Retirement and investment services firm that works with individuals and employers who understand that when it comes to ensuring one's financial future, one size does not fit all. And here to share more about today's topic, which is pension replacement life insurance, is Heather Foster. Heather, it is always so nice to see you.
Good to be here.
Yes, of course. Okay, so this is a pretty important topic, especially because less businesses are doing pension plans, right?
Yes. So, I mean, most pension plans are it's kind of a dying thing, but they still do exist for people. And whether or not the company has maybe frozen the pension, which means that they used to have one, but now it's frozen. They switched over to doing more in their 401ks, that type of thing. They still do exist. And so people still have choices to make when it comes to pensions. And the first choice usually that people will see when they get this pension request is to see, well, what am I going to be entitled to per month? That's exciting, right? You worked for a company for a while and they're going to give you some sort of monthly amount.
Yeah.
But then you'll see all these options like Survivor 50%, Survivor 75%, 100% Survivor, 10 years certain, 15 years certain. You're going to see all of these options and you're going to go, what am I supposed to do with this? So what I want to talk about is more of the option of covering your significant other. So what we call the Survivor pension, which is, if you wanted to cover your spouse, and that pension that you were going to get, let's say it was $1,000 a month, and you said, okay, but what if I passed away tomorrow? I've worked all these years for this company. I'm supposed to get $1,000 a month the rest of my life, and maybe you've got health issues. And what if something were to happen to you? What would my family get?
Right.
So that's where you're covering a survivor. So you're adding a survivor benefit to that pension plan, saying, I'm willing to take less per month. So maybe instead of getting the $1,000 a month, you'll get $700 a month. But now you get to cover another person's lifetime as well. So you cover the survivor. So typically a spouse. So you're covering your spouse. But that payment reduction, so what you've agreed to is you're going to cover yourself and your significant other, but that payment reduction down to $700 instead of $1,000 is a permanent reduction, which means that you've said, okay, I want to cover my spouse, but I'm only going to get $700 a month now for the rest of my life, potentially the rest of his life. But what if he predeceased you? What if he passed away before you? Or what if you guys went through a divorce or something like that happened to a couple? Now you've basically committed to getting a lower payment for the rest of your life for something that's not even going to cover somebody.
Right. So you're locked into that.
You're locked into it. It's kind of like it's an irrevocable thing that you do. So instead, this is a consideration, is to do pension replacement life insurance. We call this another strategy where we say, okay, instead of choosing the pension that gives you $700 a month, covers two people, what if we take the single life, just covers your life, you get the $1,000 a month, and instead take that same $300 that you would have paid and buy yourself some life insurance. So if you did pass away, your significant other would now get life insurance. Life insurance is tax-free. Pension money is not tax-free. So there's a benefit tax-wise. They're going to get a lump sum of tax-free money. But let's just say again that they predeceased you. Therefore, you've got a life insurance policy that you took out for their benefit, but it's no longer needed. You can just cancel the policy and give yourself that $300 a month raise. So life insurance or pension replacement life insurance is a way of still covering your family or significant other, but you've got control still. Instead of making an irrevocable decision, you have control to cancel that life insurance policy if anything ever happened to you or your significant other.
Okay, yeah.
So,
we always want to choose the plan, usually with more flexibility.
More flexibility is much better, yes.
All right, Heather, thank you so much. And again, if you guys want more information on this, all of that is on your screen.